Maze of secrecy, paranoia, and political backstabbing that would drag America's highest office into the mud. What most never saw, though, was the human cost inside the White House, the quiet heartbreak of First Lady Pat Nixon, and the stubborn resolve of a lone federal agent determined not to let the truth disappear. Let's talk about Pat Nixon first. She was no stranger to political wars. She'd survived campaigns, scandals, and crushing losses right alongside her husband. But Watergate was different. Suddenly, reporters camped outside their home, Secret Service whispered in the halls, and her daughters sobbed behind closed doors. To the world, Pat put on a calm front. But inside she was falling apart. She begged Nixon to be honest, to put the country ahead of his own pride. In the quiet of the East Sitting Hall, she clutched her rosary, weeping to aides. Why won't he just tell them the truth? Her faith and love couldn't compete with Nixon's fear of disgrace. Now, while the world focused on politicians and press conferences inside the government, a battle was playing out in the shadows. Enter Secret Service agent Thomas Halderman, no relation to Nixon's chief of staff. His colleagues called him the Incorruptible, and for good reason. Tom Halderman had access to the hidden corridors of power, and he refused to play along. He blocked attempts to erase logs, destroy evidence, and bribe witnesses. One night, deep in a parking garage, a Nixon aide tried to buy his silence with $500,000 in offshore accounts. Tom just looked at him and said, "I'm not for sale, and neither is this country." When they tried to exile him to Alaska, he took the order straight to Congress. That same day, two of Nixon's closest aides resigned. Tom Halderman was a one-man firewall. Meanwhile, the White House was unraveling. Nixon trusted fewer and fewer people. He canceled cabinet meetings, paced the halls at night, muttered about betrayal. Pat Nixon, devastated, quietly moved into the Lincoln bedroom. She told a friend, "I married a man, not a ghost." Tom Halderman kept fighting, leaking evidence to Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox, and after Cox was fired, making sure that Judge John Sirica still got the truth. No order could stop him. And then, August 8, 1974. Nixon, finally out of options, prepared to resign. Tom Halderman stood guard outside the Oval Office as the speech was rehearsed. Inside, Pat watched her husband with eyes full of pain, for the country, for herself. That night, Nixon told America, "I have never been a quitter." But then he quit. The next day, as he boarded Marine One, Pat didn't wave. She looked at the White House one last time, then turned away. History books remember the scandal, the break-in, the tapes, the resignation. But behind the headlines, it was the quiet strength of a First Lady and the stubborn integrity of a Secret Service agent that kept the truth alive. Because truth only endures when someone, somewhere, refuses to let it.